Hi guys, I'm Megan, the intuitive actress, and I've been thinking a lot about holiday time. As you can see around me, my apartment is a little bit ridiculous. I have another haul video and other stuff on my other channel that's more like organizational, girly. This is my spiritual channel. So if you're interested in that stuff, I'll put a link below so you can look at all that stuff too. Um, Today, I wanted to talk about kind of a controversial topic, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of pushback on this one because it's not a necessarily a popular opinion, but I've learned that it's true in my opinion. Of course, I'm giving my opinion. This is my channel. My opinion about being a doormat. I don't believe that being a doormat or being completely others oriented, where you don't take care of your own needs or don't take care of yourself, is actually healthy. I think being a doormat doesn't make you a good person, it just makes you a doormat. You may be a good person inherently, whether you are a doormat or not a doormat, whether you have healthy boundaries, but being a doormat and taking other people's shit to try in order to make them try to like you or be what they want you to be ends up being detrimental. And what makes it not make you a good person, whether you are or not, is that it depletes you. So if you're letting a lot of people tell you who you are or bully you or be nasty or run your life or try to pull the strings or try to control you with money or reputation or whatever they've got on you, or if they're just being nasty to you for no apparent reason, or even if they have a reason, that's not really okay. People need to draw their line in the sand and grow a pair in a way. I've noticed across the board a lot of my friends waking up to this. I've done it in the last couple of years, and a couple of them are doing it now. A couple of them already have. But what has happened is, like, a lot of my friends are really sensitive. You attract what you are. So a lot of my good friends are really sensitive. They're healers. They're deeply loyal. And they have been really screwed over by being fiercely loyal to the wrong people. I've done it too. Where people don't really deserve your loyalty per se, but you keep giving it to them. So what I mean by this is not to be a jerk or like to not care about other people. Obviously not. What I'm saying is you really have to put your energy and focus towards the people who reciprocate, who are loving and kind and giving and understanding and empathic towards you, who have compassion for you. It made me think of a story. My phone just keeps going off. Sorry. It made me think of a story. I was at Disneyland at a Dapper Day a couple of years ago. Couple of years ago? Maybe it's been about a year. Feels like forever. Probably about 2 years ago. And I had been with a circle of friends, a pretty large circle of friends, and I do adore a lot of those people. I still do. And I will always love some of them, even some of the ones who did me wrong. Because some people just I'll get to that. Some family and friends just get a free pass because you love them so unconditionally that even though sometimes they mess up more than usual, you just don't give up on them. And that's okay, but you have to keep that number small. It can't be all of the world all the time. You have to have some sort of healthy boundaries. Anyway, I was at Dapper Days and I sprained my foot. And I am a doer and a capable lady. And I do not like being injured. I'm horrible. I was actually really embarrassed to be like, I don't think I can walk. I didn't want to tell anyone. It was really weird for me. So not only were my friends like, oh my God, sit down, like you're going to be fine. It was a pretty sizable group we were with at that time, about 10 people-ish, something like that. And I was chatting with my buddy Kim, who's now a good friend, and Sarah and Sam and a few others, and Randy was there, this has become inner circle, the ones I'm naming off, and a couple of their friends. And one of the people who worked there went to run and grab a wheelchair, and I'm like, you guys don't have to wait, go on, ride rides. And I was so used to being treated badly by my old group. They mistreat each other in general. Not all of them, like some of them are cool and some of them are fine and some of them are mature. But as a whole, they were very me, very LA. Which is, they're not bad people though. It's like they're not bad people, but I spent some time with this new group. So anyway, sprained my foot and they were like, I'm like, you don't have to wait, go on without me. And they were like, no, no man left behind, no soldier left behind. We're all going to sit here and we're happy to do it. And they all waited for me until I got my wheelchair to go ride the rest of the rides. And it was, we only had about an hour left in the park, and we got to skip all the lines once I had the wheelchair, so that was cool. But they all happily sat down and were like, we're going to wait with you, and we don't mind. In fact, we want to. So what? We'll just have a snack or relax for a minute and talk, and you matter to us. Like, why would we leave you behind? And I can't even, I get like so emotional even thinking about it every time, because I remember something hit me so hard at that time, which was, this is the way I deserve to be treated. Why am I dealing with the other? Why am I allowing the other? It was so bad, and I had no idea how bad it had gotten. I had no idea, because I was so used to people treating each other so badly, and I'm like, oh, see, like, it's every time the story, like, oh. But anyway, those people became my best friends, and the new people, and I vacation with them all the time, and they treat each other so well. We take care of one another. We are a circle of friends, a lot of young couples in their 30s and late 20s, and a few singletons in there, and we take care of one another. We take turns cooking for one another on vacation. If anybody's hurt or injured, like, I had a really bad, horrible injury again on vacation, and my friend took care of me, and it's happened to other ones of us where we've gotten sick or injured. We take care of one another. That's what you deserve. You deserve those kind of friends in your life who take care of you back, especially if you're a healer, especially if you're a giver, especially if you are a bleeding heart and you care a lot about people. Yeah, we all make mistakes, and sure, sometimes we say things we wish we hadn't, or we act a little nuts when we, are really passionate about something and something goes awry. It happens to the best of us, even really sane, wonderful, healthy, strong people. But you deserve somebody who's compassionate about that. You deserve somebody who's loyal and has your back, especially if you're loyal and have their back. So if you feel like you are being taken advantage of for your kindness, or you are not being appreciated, or you are being bullied or bossed around, it may be time to take a step backwards. The hard part about this is, if you are alone or feeling lonely, like this is better than nothing, that's hard. I actually had to be lonely for a while. I actually just distanced myself, and I was lonely for a very short time. And a couple months later, I met all my new friends. You kind of have to clear out and make room. But I saw a beautiful post today. Misty, I'm giving you a shout out because I'm so proud of you right now. I'm so proud of you. Saw her post today about she's just not going to give her energy to abusers or be bullied or bossed or scared in order to make people like her. I know that she's been in a really difficult part of Texas where people don't understand her. Not all of Texas. Trust me, I lived there. There are amazing, amazing people there. But she was in a particularly backwards area where they were making her feel other and not good enough. And she was being attacked by people for having different belief systems now. And she's like, nope, done. I'm done. I hit my limit. I did the same thing. I hit my limit. And for me, it was my health going out. I'm like, this is literally killing me to care so much or give so much to people who are not able to give back or who are liars. And you've seen it all. And I know I'm probably not completely without fault. We all we're human. We make mistakes. But the thing is about my good friends versus my old friends is I'm allowed to make mistakes and still be forgiven. I'm allowed to be a human. I'm allowed to not to have off days or be a little bitchy one time, sometimes. And what did my friend Shauna too, I'm like, hey Shauna, she's new to LA. She just moved here, and she said, I have space for you. You can be whatever you need to be, and you're safe here. And that's what I've noticed is the common thread with the new energy. So once you have people who treat you right, you will never go back. You will start seeing the dysfunction. The healthier and more high vibrational, or the more evolved your friendships are, or the people around you, the less BS you'll be willing to tolerate, because your eyes become so open to the truth. And some people just aren't able to do better, and that's been the most painful for me too. I had a lot of things planned for a friend, and she just wasn't able to say no to some other people, and that's okay. That's her call too. But it broke my heart a little bit. Sometimes people fall in with different crowds, and sometimes they'll be influenced or lied to, or sometimes slander even comes into play. I've seen this play out where slander has come into play in my life and torn me and a person apart a couple times, actually. There's been a couple liars around in my life. One was when I was like in my late 20s. I just aged myself. Let's just pretend I still am. So one of them, or maybe I was younger than that, maybe like early 20s, can't remember. But anyway, there was a crazy guy who was interested in me but dating my friend, and he lied to me about her, lied to her about me, and she and I told each other the whole truth, and we found out what had happened, and we cut him out of our lives, and we're still best friends. So ha ha. And the other thing, there was a lot of slander going on around a breakup of mine a couple of years ago, and like a lot of slander. That ex and I are now friends again. So like, it's weird. You never know when peace will get made, because truth eventually does come out, and people will remember who you really are. If they ever really knew you, they will remember, or they will figure it out, or they'll have an epiphany themselves. So my point is, don't be afraid to let go of people who mistreat you or abuse you. If people are meant to come back into your life, they will come back into your life when they are supposed to. This happens. Like, I was shocked. I've had this happen a couple times where I've gotten big apologies and reconciliations and a lot of forgiveness and peace, which sometimes you have to make peace with things yourself. Sometimes you're not going to get that closure from somebody else. But you got to let go of the garbage if you're going to make room for the miracles, if you're going to make room for what you actually deserve, which it starts with you. It starts with loving yourself enough to know you deserve better than the way you've been treated. And if you don't know what to do in this in between or how to do it, read some books, give yourself some tools, find a great therapist, especially one that specializes in relationships or PTSD. There's a great book, The Art of Extreme Self-Care. Read about, Attached is a great book too, brand new book, just came out, amazing psychology book about why we're attracted to who we're attracted to, and figure out what your patterns are, why you're allowing abuse, what you learned about who you're supposed to be or how you're supposed to behave. And I think a lot of it was, I was raised to be very kind and giving and loving, and my parents are bleeding hearts. They've taken, people who don't have anywhere to go for Christmas, anybody in our friend circle. And I did that too, but I realized not everybody deserves to be that close to you. You have to protect yourself first. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't mean you're not going to be a giving, loving, amazing person. But if you're not healthy, or you're feeling like you're just giving and giving and giving, you'll end up resentful, depleted, angry, bitter. It's not actually serving the world as well as being your true authentic self and getting the support system you need to help elevate you to what you can be and give more of yourself, the best of yourself. So I know this video ran a little long, but that's my 2 cents today. And I really am grateful for my business. I'm grateful for all of you. I'm grateful for getting to be an actress as well. Like, how exciting is that? I love my life now. And it just took a couple of years from rock bottom to amazing. So that is possible for anybody. Things can change. They really, really can. Start with loving yourself, and then look at throwing out the trash. Seriously. Make room for what you really, really want. So I love you all. Happy holidays, and we'll talk soon. Be sure to like and subscribe. And I didn't click the button. Take care. Bye.